If honeybees become extinct, human society will follow in 4 years. Albert Einstein. Did you know that 90% of the wild bee population in the U.S. has gone extinct? Not many people do. From 1971 to 2006, about one-half of the U.S. honeybee colonies have vanished. Their extinction is due to a few factors, but mainly from CCD, or colony collapse disorder. CCD is an unexplainable event where bees have abandoned their hives and disappeared. CCD is similar to a mass bee suicide, but researchers have been unable to find the cause for this event. Bees are incredibly detrimental to agriculture and, in turn, our world. The world is dependent on bees to pollinate crops, though not everyone is aware of this. 90% of commercially grown crops rely on bee pollination, and agronomists estimate that Americans alone owe 1 in 3 bites of food to bees. Professor Jorgen Tots from Würzburg University said, "Bees are more important than poultry in terms of human nutrition. Bees from one hive can visit 1 million flowers within a 400 square kilometer area in just one day." This mass extinction of bees is a huge problem for the world, and one that the UN should look into. I propose that the UN invest more time and research into finding out why CCD is occurring. Also, the regulation of the imports and exports of bees should become more strict so that trends in bee populations around the world can be studied. If more isn't done to help stop the extinction of this species, the world could undergo mass starvation. Thirty 30% of the world's area is covered by forests, and 70% of Earth's land animals live in these forests. You would think that these statistics alone would prevent the clearing of Earth's forests on a massive scale. You would also be wrong. Every day around the world, forests are being cut down and the animals who live there are left homeless. Deforestation is occurring due to the increasing demand for paper products and more area for farming. The species who live in these forests are becoming extinct because there is less and less forest available for them to live in every day. The forest canopies that are being cut down block the sun during the day and hold in heat at night. Without these forest canopies, erratic temperature changes occur and devastate the populations living there. A 20-year study by the Threatened Plant Database has shown that deforestation has led 12.5% of species to become critically rare. Though the United Nations Environment Program and World Conservation Monitoring Center have already confronted this situation, I believe that more could be done to help save these species from extinction. I propose that the UN crack down on the illegal timber trade and enforce stricter regulations on how much timber can be cut down. If something isn't done about this threat to Earth's forest-dwelling animals, the extinction of many species could follow. 80% of global fisheries are already full or overexploited. Dr. Boris Worm. Mass extinctions in marine life are occurring in all oceans around the world due to industrialized fishing. These species of fish are rapidly declining due to coastal pollution, climate change, but mostly overfishing. According to the World Watch Institute, the world's wild fish harvest increased from 20 million tons in 1950 to 87 million tons in 1979. But at that point, the upward trend reversed because the fish population growth could not keep up with the losses, and by 2003, only 77.7 million tons of fish were caught in the wild. A research article by Science Journal concludes that marine biodiversity loss is increasingly impairing the ocean's capacity to provide food, maintain water quality, and recover from perturbations, and that at the current rates, in less than 50 years, the ecosystems could reach the point of no return where they would not be able to regenerate themselves. Overfishing is occurring in countries like Australia, China, Alaska, and other countries where prime fishing sites exist. I propose that the UN set up stricter regulations and caps on the fishing industry. Fines should be given if any violations of these regulations occur. Overfishing has a huge impact on the marine species and the ecosystem. This problem will only grow with time, and something must be done to prevent the extinction of these marine species.
Come with me, my love, to the sea of love. I want to tell you how much I love you.
The World Conservation Union Red List reports that of the 40,117 species the organization examined, 16,119 were in danger of extinction. 1 in 8 species of birds, 1 in 3 amphibians, and 1 in 4 mammals. The UN has been put in charge of dealing with threats to our world and to our population. I believe that the threat of the extinction of global species is one that the UN should focus its time and resources on. If something isn't done to save our planet's animal populations, the future of our own species could be threatened.